Good night, everybody. Once again, this is Shandy, sweet and fluffy like pink cotton candy. And if you're now tuning in, you're watching Watch Chubble. As we continue with our carnival conversation, we have left St. Vincent. We are now on our way to St. Lucia. And in the building, we have none other than this artist. And I'm going to give him his intro. He is a rising St. Lucian artist and producer known for his infectious energy and signature sound rooted in the island's vibrant Dennery segment genre. Hailing from Castries, correct me if that's wrong, Addo blends fast-paced percussion, heavy rhythms, and raw Creole lyrics and minimalist bass lines, staying true to the spirited Lucian Kuduro or Kuduro tradition while bringing a fresh modern twist. A hands-on creative and self-produces and independently releases his music with standout tracks like Soca Infused In Ya Back, featuring Mata, sorry if I'm jacking the name up, Mata. Showcasing his versatility and knack of catchy hooks, DJ Addo continues to push the boundaries of Caribbean dance music, mainly Dennery, making waves across St. Lucia and beyond.
I want to say thank you. Thank you. First of all, that's my first
intro.
Yeah. That was really good.
So everything seems factual here.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that was I feel good after that. But
I'm happy to hear that. It had your whole year in there, but I was just like, nah, I ain't gonna put your whole birth year in there. Yeah. He's like, no.
No, that's
But I don't want people know you're a baby.
I consider myself old though.
No, far from it. If you're old, then I'm ancient.
If you put it that way, then. I want to say good night to everybody though, and thank you for having me, and thank you again for the intro. And it feels good to be back here.
Yeah, it's been a year or two?
Probably 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while, for sure. But I know you have a song with Problem Child I've been hearing. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Thank you.
You were trying to get into the Venti market, but we'll stick a pin in that. We'll talk about that just now.
Yeah.
I want to get into this or that.
Yeah.
Right. So before I begin, the usual questions that we ask is, tell us 3 things you want people to remember you for, other than what I mentioned in your intro.
Okay, so I prepared for this question.
Wow.
I've been paying attention.
Oh, I like that.
I'm a fan of the
show. I like that.
Supporter.
Thank you.
Okay, so number 1, I would say my different style and like delivery. Like I'm not afraid to be myself. I don't really tend to like follow the crowd. Like, I'm not afraid to try new things. And number 2, I would say I'm kind and like helpful and very supportive to other creatives like musicians. And my consistency, I would say too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that.
The like 6 years, 5-6 years, like I've been contributing.
But I also feel like you took a little break here and there though.
I did. I didn't release for a whole year. But that was like, like...
We stick a pin in that. We're going to talk about that too.
Yeah.
Stick a pin in that. We're definitely going to talk about that.
Enough pin, I forget choked tonight.
For real.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into this or that, because we kind of... Yeah. It's long overdue. You think? I'm not gonna go too hard on you. Pause. All right. So Dennery or Groovy Soca?
Dennery or Groovy Soca? I'd have to be honest, and I'd have to choose Groovy Soca, and I would say because
I wasn't ready for that.
Dennery is like, speaking from a artist standpoint, like it's easy to make, like it's simple. Groovy is more like your soul, like it's like classic music, like you listen to longer and more often, I would say, like, but Dennery is just like a hype. Like the topic range is less in Dennery too, and Groovy is more like, Dennery probably came from Groovy in a sense too. Yeah, Groovy was there first, and I knew about Groovy first too, so I'll say Groovy. When I go on my phone, most of my playlist is probably Groovy.
That's amazing.
Just being honest.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
Producer or writer?
Producer or writer? I'd say producer.
St. Lucia or New York?
St. Lucia.
He's like, duh.
St. Lucia, 100%. They get that one.
Reggae or dancehall?
Dancehall.
Favorite dancehall artist?
Favorite dancehall artist? I would say the same one from last time, Byron Messiah.
Okay.
It didn't change.
Yeah, I see that.
It didn't change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually came up in one of your bios that I found.
Yeah.
That you look up to him or you admire the work. Yeah.
Apple Music bio.
Yeah. See, I know it came up somewhere. I didn't bring it up though.
Yeah.
Shemmy J or Teddyson John?
Who put that question?
Me.
You?
Yes.
Both of them.
Nah, you gotta choose one.
Teddy St. John.
Classic.
He's the OG.
I was gonna say classic. You gotta respect it.
Yeah.
Lucia Carnival or Jazz Festival?
To be honest, I've never been to jazz, so I'd say jazz just because I don't experience it yet. And I like the range of artists that they bring is more than just one genre. So I'd say jazz because you're getting a mixture of different stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rum punch or Piton beer?
Rum punch. Even if one is enough for me.
Sunrise.
Quick.
Sunrise performance or Midnight Madness?
I would probably say Midnight Madness. Yeah.
Road March or Soca Monarch? Do you guys like do that down there or no?
They do, of course.
Okay. I just had to ask.
I would say I prefer a road march though because I don't know. I feel like less quote unquote politics is involved in the winner. Like the streets and the people on the ground really choose the winner for a road march. I would like to say, yeah.
Pass it to you.
Yeah.
Carnival Monday or Carnival Tuesday?
Monday, because I mean Monday people probably have more energy, more to do, more to let go on the road, more to look forward to. More people definitely are on the road on a Monday.
So for those that don't know, in Lucia it's not your typical Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, what is
it's
it?
It's actually in reverse. So in most places, Pretty Mass is the Tuesday and Lucia is the Monday.
Why do you guys do that?
I wasn't even aware.
Oh, for real? So
for real? I'm learning too. For real?
Oh, wow. So this whole time you thought your way was the right way.
Way.
Okay,
yeah.
no.
It's the other way.
Wow.
It tripped me out the first time I seen it. The first time I've been to Lucia to play for Carnival, I was like, why is everybody in costume on Monday? And then my partner nudged me and said, yeah, this is how we do it over here.
Oh, yeah. Costume on a Monday.
Costume on a Monday.
Yeah, that's what I know, yeah.
And then on Tuesday, it's like, where it's a t-shirt and all that thing. So it makes sense in my opinion.
Yeah.
It makes sense because it's like a wind down.
Okay.
Versus build up all the anticipation for this and then boom, back to work. But just for those that did not know, it is the reverse in St. Lucia.
I learned something.
Wow,
I didn't know the other
islands.
I do know the other islands with the
other islands, but the other one Tuesday is what they do on Monday.
Wow.
Almost, I don't want to say all because I've never been to all, but in most islands in the Caribbean, it's that way.
Okay.
Any other questions you want to ask?
Some good question. Let me see. Bounty or herbal supplements?
Oh, supplements.
Yeah, I'm trying not to say it because children might be awake.
I would say Bounty because, I would say Bounty.
Okay.
Because I never tried before.
You never tried Bounty?
No.
Boy, you might be losing your Lucian card, you know. The Lucian and them try stuff me with Bounty every year I go there, bro. Bounty is Lucian National Road.
But I'd probably take something lighter. I'm a lightweight.
I can tell.
Yeah,
I'm a lightweight. Pardon?
Do you prefer black and white or Shandy Carib light?
A Shandy.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I always ask for at the functions and the barbecues.
Shandy?
Yeah, I'm a real lightweight.
Fair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's interesting.
Fair. Let me see. I had one more, but I want to make sure I get this right.
Yeah.
Working with T-Nac or working with T-Boss?
T-Boss, because T-Boss we started together and memories, and like I say, I started with him and my first song and my everything was with him and
Okay.
T-Boss.
All right. Let me see what we have in the audience. Lucia don't have Jab, but they asked for Jab or
GMGT. Jab or Pretty Mass?
Yeah.
I would say Jab because of like they go harder. To long story short, they go harder. Like
Beach lime or river lime?
River. Pick bamboo, bubble up pot.
Okay.
Take a dive, catch something.
Roti or pillow?
I'll say pillow because it's close to cook up, and I like cook up like one pot basically. Yeah. Family from Guyana.
The final one here is wild meat or seafood?
Now that the stage I'm in life, I'll probably say seafood because I'm trying to be more healthy.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
So you're laying off the meat?
Kinda.
Are you a pork man? Do you like pork?
Barbecue, roast, grill,
Wait.
I don't like it too chewy.
All right, Mr. Addo. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm happy.
How's it feel to hear your music?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a word to explain. I cannot explain. It's like, I don't know.
Since when you turn big singer, man?
I mean, I just try a thing sometimes, like they say, you know.
I try a thing sometimes.
I just try a thing sometimes. You know, you have to explore and can't be afraid to, you know, jump in other markets, do different stuff. I try not to limit myself too much, you know.
So in other words,
you never know.
In other words, you find love. It make you want to sing with your heart.
Wait, you got a girlfriend now? Tell us more.
Nothing changed in that department from since last time.
I was like, I'd love to hear a love story.
The music is my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. You're focused. Put it that way. Focus. Got you.
Yeah.
I hear you. So I want to talk briefly, because I know we're pressed for time, but briefly, why did you take your break from music?
I mean, let's tackle that pin. I mean, sometimes I think I could speak for all artists when I say like life hits sometimes, you know, like personal stuff. It definitely affects our career. And to be more specific, I would say like it had to do with me feeling like demotivated in a sense, and like unappreciated too in a sense. Like what I doing it for anyways, like I just had like a down time, you could say, in a sense. Yeah, I didn't really have motivation and I just couldn't bother in a sense.
So then what made you decide to come back?
Because it's music, like when you love something and you have a passion for something, like you cannot really escape it and run from it. And I mean, Circle Vibes played a big part in me coming back, seeing the love that it got out of nowhere. Like it remind me like why I start, and you know, sometimes like timing, it remind me that timing is everything, because the song was out for 2 years and it just pick up out of nowhere. Yeah, it's about to be 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and it just pick up out of nowhere. So it's like, just keep going. Like if I had stopped, I wouldn't have Circle Vibes. Like it just rebirthed me in a sense. Like, you know, like just keep going. Like you have proof, you have a reason to start again. Like give them more.
I see the joy in your face when you speak about it too.
Yeah.
I just want to say this. You're not the only artist that goes through this funk. I would drop a name. Was going through this one artist I used to speak to on a regular. Don't speak to him anymore because he's in a better space now. But used to speak to him very often, and he was going through the same funk. He had big major hits, and then this plunk period of I need to get out there. Yeah,
highs and lows.
And you know, he was just like, I'm ready to give up. I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm just like, you can't give up. This is your passion. You know, think about this thoroughly.
It's
now he's in a
journey.
it is a part of the journey.
We go through, you know?
I think so. So I just want to, you know, I resonate when I hear you say that. And it's just to let other artists know who go through that period. Everybody goes through it. I think it's just a defining moment. Like, is this what I really want to do? We even had Spielberg here last week, who also stopped with music as well and picked back up. And then he said he realized this is his God-given talent. So why would I throw that away? So I think I want to just touch on that, like, you know, and you're young, you're a little baby.
Yeah, and again, so I deal with everything by myself. Like I don't have a team or management or anything, so it's like extra hard for me. I do everything by myself, literally, like funding, everything, promotion, everything by myself. So
how did you hook up with Problem Child?
I mean, I was thinking about that question. I want to answer it cautiously, if that's a word.
No, yes it is.
And,
Go ahead.
Because I don't know, like, you know, if he would want me to put certain things out there. But what I would say is that I definitely reached out to him. And he agreed.
Okay.
He agreed. I reached out in a very professional, I would like to say, and respectful manner. The way that I would want somebody to reach out to me to do a collab. And it worked. Yeah, he agreed. It didn't take too long. It didn't, yeah. And we made it happen. I think he already heard the song because there was a video, and I noticed he liked the video on Instagram. So I guess, like, you know, and yeah. I had already spoke to him before though, but on DJ purposes, like getting the place from him.
Okay.
So that was another reason how I ended up getting through. Like my message probably came up in his DM. It didn't go to the request part, so that was a bonus, you know. So yeah. I mean, I was just thinking I wanted the song to get bigger over there and bring more attention to it. Like take it to another level in St. Vincent. It's their song now, so
it's their song.
Yeah, it's their song. And yeah.
You don't think it'll play in St. Lucia?
Now.
Okay.
After it do what it do and get the push, now they want to, you know, and I mean the game is the game, but yeah. I was expecting it to go there first because that's my market, like that's my where I from, where I, you know, but the parts of the song I sure people in St. Vincent don't understand it, but St. Lucia would. Like I said, there was a song for them, but it went elsewhere. So I'm thankful though. So thank you to everybody who played a part in that song, the producer, writer, everybody, everything. Yeah. Big up Problem Child. Thank you. Respect. Yeah. Appreciate it.
We should have had you on last week when he was here. That would have been a nice one, but it is good. I like how it ended. So it's like a tap out to tap you in.
Yeah.
So Dazzle, I'm gonna let you ask some questions.
So since you've regained the momentum to do music, where do you see yourself going forward?
Where I see myself going forward, well, doing bigger and better stuff, more quality production, being featured on some of the more established
GMGT.
producers out there on their rhythms. I could say probably Carbon Jams from St. Vincent, you know, and others along that lane. So I'm just doing bigger and better stuff, like just taking it to another level. Say, you know.
Any particular countries you want to touch a big stage on? Like, what is your dream country?
St. Lucia.
You never touch a stage in Lucia yet?
No.
Are you kidding? You serious?
It's very disappointing to say, but no.
Wow, I didn't expect to hear that.
That's part of where
I didn't expect to hear that.
Downtime and the demotivation came from.
That is so interesting.
Yeah, like, you know, normally they would say you dance here before you dance abroad. It's the opposite for me. I'll tell everybody that, like, sad to say, but yeah, it is what it is.
Well,
so that would be my dream. That would be my...
Given the climate, and Shandy could attest to this too, there's a lot of artists that we have come across that went through the same thing.
Yep.
They didn't get no love in their home.
Yeah.
And they feel like, what is the sense of doing this?
Some of them had to make their own lane.
And then it came to a point where I know I could speak. I had a conversation with two particular artists at one point in time, and I was like, yo, forget about where you see and where you are. Look at this. And then you realize that the love is elsewhere. Sometimes when you go get the love elsewhere and you embrace it elsewhere, it welcomes you back home.
That's true.
So don't. It's easier to say than to do, but don't let it affect you. Just keep pushing on.
I'll try here, but no promises.
Yeah, no. Like, don't. You have a catalog. I want to say, so when you come here, do you get a lot of bookings when you come here, or it's limited, or people don't know when you're here?
New York, in Brooklyn?
Yeah, in New York.
I live here.
Oh, you live here?
I live here.
Why? I thought you was living in Lucia.
Since 2018.
So the thing is, so you being here, do you get a lot of bookings in New York?
More DJ wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
More DJ wise, I would say, because genre segment is not really popular there.
Like how it used to be.
Yeah, right now it's Booyah. But then you're saying we're not really popular there, so people wouldn't really, you know.
So do you see yourself making more Booyah music or not? That's just not who you are.
Everything, I would say everything. Like once I get the beat and I like the beat, it's just go time from there. Cause Circle Vibes was like, I don't want to exaggerate, probably 20 minutes. Because I had to get help with the French translation in the song. But yeah, once I got the beat, Boogie sent me the beat, and once I got the beat, I knew like I wanted to record a song, and I just recorded. I put it out like probably the following week. Yeah, it took 2 years after though, but yeah.
Sometimes that happen.
So yeah, I see myself doing a little bit of everything. Like I say, I don't try not to limit myself.
Do you think you put yourself out enough as an artist or more as a DJ?
I feel like I do both. Probably I could definitely do more. There's always room for improvement.
Of course.
Definitely on the visual aspect, like probably vlogging, music videos and stuff. That's
TikTok.
I want to work on that part. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but it's only you. So I think you should look into like a marketing team to help you, because it's just you, and it takes a lot. After a while, it does take a toll on a person when it's one person doing everything. So it's something to consider.
Yeah.
It's something really to consider.
I'm definitely considering it. A team or management or something.
Yeah, because what's going to happen is you're going to be too busy trying to put all the pieces together that you're not going to be able to focus on your craft. And then you're going to feel burnt out and you're not going to want to do music anymore. And you don't need to get back to that.
Happened already.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you now. That's exactly what happened. So to avoid that from happening, you need a team behind you. Some people have to understand you cannot do everything by yourself.
Yeah,
you just have to bite the bullet. Give some people a little bit of leeway, see what style works best for you, and then develop that relationship. If it's not something that you can work with, move on to somebody else. But one man is not an island, and sometimes you just have to digest that this is the reality of the situation.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the best advice I can give you.
I agree. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Maybe the little small you fall in love with anything this song about, you can let you know, and the social media and everything there,
Is there any music we can expect? Any more collaborations we can expect for the rest of the year?
For the rest of the year, I just put out an EP that was more like aim for St. Lucian Carnival, like for July, August, September. For the rest of the year, I would probably say yes, because I'm still getting sent stuff. I'm still working on stuff. I still have stuff I didn't finish. So I'm somebody that like to release music.
Gotcha.
That's one of my favorite parts of the whole process, like putting out a song and seeing what it does. So yeah, probably release some more stuff before the year ends. Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody you want to shout out before you head out?
Yeah, I want to shout out Vita from St. Vincent. Shout out Boogie. Shout out Problem Child. P6. Everybody that been supporting, everybody that been showing love. My mother. GMGT. Just shout out to, I don't want to forget anybody, so shout out to everybody that's supporting, the shares, the likes, the comments. I see everything. I appreciate it. And yeah, everybody that been following the journey, the DJs that play my music,
we definitely play
shout out everybody and everything, and appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see you on shows in New York. If not in New York, definitely St. Lucia. I know the big man have a show in Vincy, so I don't know if it'd be nice to see you over there. Like, do you have anything coming in Vincy or no?
No,
you're not going Vincy.
I actually went already.
Oh, you
but
did?
I was still in the year, like February. Yeah.
Are you going Lucia for Lucia Carnival or no?
I don't think so.
What are you doing?
I mean, it comes down to a point where, like, I mean, if I go there, I prefer to go there to be making money, to like.
Nah, that makes sense. That makes sense, yeah.
So.
So the next question I have to ask before you head out. Is music your 9 to 5, or it's a part-time thing? You do 9 to 5 and then music is after. It's like a hobby, passion project.
Music is definitely not my 9 to 5, because you cannot, for many reasons. Because it's never guaranteed. I don't think you could how they say it? Anyways,
I was gonna say it in your twang, and then somebody will translate it for me.
No, I was going to put it in like in relations to like taxis and like that type of stuff. Like music Music is not really. It's not on that level yet. I would like for it to be though, but not yet. So I still work. I have a job. I have a 9 to 5, and I just do music when I get the extra time to.
Got it.
Eventually, you're gonna have to stay up late or wake up earlier just to
do it.
Put more time into my music. Yeah, then that's what I've been doing.
I was gonna say eventually, if you, because Problem Child could attest to this. Problem Child used to have a 9 to 5, and one day I don't know. I forgot to ask him that question. I know the story from way back when, but I can't remember it now. But anyway, he used to have a 9 to 5. Everybody who knows him knows what the 9 to 5 was, and they used to go and check him. Oh. But then one day he just stopped doing that 9 to 5 and said, I'm doing music full time, and you see where he is. Yeah. And I only bring this up because if you really want to do music full, you have to really put the fork in the road and say, I can't, because most people who have 9 to 5s and they want to do music full time, they tend to throw the 9 to 5 away and invest 100% into the music. And that's something you really have to sit there and think about. I think music is your talent. I think production is definitely your talent. And I think that's something you need to really sit there. You're young, like I said, you're a baby. You have time. But do it now. I don't look at it that way, though, but yeah. Do it now before you get too caught up, before you start a family and then you're just like, I can't do this music thing anymore. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but
yeah. Something to consider. Save up your money, build up your studio, get management team, and push yourself out more. That's the best advice I could give you. That's advice. That's
basically the plan, though.
Yeah, so that's the best advice I can give you. But I think it's time now. Now that you've had that break, you took that absence, and now you are where you're here now. I think it's time to just say, all right, let me grab the bull by the horns and do what I have to do. So that's something to consider. No pressure, just thoughts. Yeah. Yes. Oh, BDJ Pete says you need a team. It's one of our audience members. He says you need a team.
Yeah, you need a team. So
it's something to consider. Anyway, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I hope you feel good about yourself.
I do. Thank you again for having me.
Yes, definitely. I enjoy the music as per usual. I'm looking forward to seeing more from you and hearing more from you in the future.
Definitely. I will be trying and working.
Yes, definitely. Anything else you want to say, Mr. Dazzle?
Nah, man. Just keep pushing, man. You have a lot of potential to make it where you need to make it. Just keep pushing, bro.
Thank you.
For sure, for sure.
Dazzle owe me a tune, though.
Oh, yeah?
He owe me a tune. About 2-3 years now, I think I gave him a rhythm, or we were talking about a specific rhythm, but in general, he owe me a tune.
Oh, well, then, Dazzle, you're sleeping on yourself now, you see?
I believe I did write something. No, that was back in, I was longer than that, man. Because it was Boom Station days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a while back.
That is a while back.
I just had to put him on the spot.
I see that.
You guys, when we do it, I still don't have an Addo dub.
Tune for tune right there. Shot for shot.
You just know, you just had to tell me which song and you get that easy, bro, because I've been doing that lately.
The Problem Child, he'll definitely need it before he go Vinci.
I got you.
So do that one for sure.
I got you that easy. You get that this week. You get that.
You're saying it on air, so I'm gonna hold you because when I reach, I'm gonna say where is it?
You played on the station too. You get that.
I like this vitamin you tune. I give you much credit for that because that's something along the lines I would have wrote.
Thank you.
So seeing that he was able to execute it, then yeah, I would have.
Thank you.
Whenever you have a rhythm like that again, said it.
All right, good.
And I'll throw some artists your way if you ever need artists. There's so many different artists I work with.
Collabs?
Yeah, collabs, or if you have a rhythm and you want people on it.
Oh. Yeah.
That's something to think about.
I'll reach out to you too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So we're not going to tarry too long because I have the next guest waiting. It's an action-packed night.
Yeah.
Adieu to St. Lucia. Thank you so much. You represented St. Lucia tonight.
You're welcome and thank you too.
But before you go, give out your social media handles.
Again, yes, please.
DJ_ADDO. That's SoundCloud, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Yeah, that's same thing everywhere. DJ Addo. Once you type that, you should be able to find me.
That's what's up.
Yeah, DJ Addo. Thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thank you for coming and stopping by. We appreciate you. It was always a pleasure. Bless up. All right, so guys, we're gonna take a quick break and come back with our next guest. So keep it locked, guys. Watch Chubble.